Hey guys, this is David again, wrapping up another day at work, so I figured I'd go ahead and do some crypto talk with you guys again. Today with this video, I want to talk about a comment that I seen recently on somebody's video. I can't remember which video it was, because there's a few different guys on YouTube that I watch that talks about crypto stuff. But a comment was saying, person was trying to say in the comment that mining is not worth the money anymore, not worth actually doing it as far as mining at home with your own equipment. And that actually is all the way wrong.
1/4 mile, turn left.
That actually is all the way wrong. And I'm saying that because I've known it from experience. If you use a program called, actually there's two different programs you can use for that matter that you can be profitable with. One of them is called Nicehash, and the other one is called MinerGate. I sometimes switch back and forth between using both of those.
Turn left, Highway 235.
State
Route 235.
I use Nicehash more than anything, because the way that's what's so nice about Nicehash too, is they actually pay you in Bitcoin. But what they do is they have it to where they make sure you're going to always mine the most profitable coins. Actually, this is kind of a dangerous intersection, I think. Let me go ahead and pay attention here. Okay. But yeah, they what they do is
Follow Highway 235.
they have it set up to where you can
5.6 miles.
all right, shut up. They have it set up to where you can mine the most profitable coins with your equipment. So even if you got a graphics card that is mediocre, something that is not real good at all, you can still use that. I mean, obviously I'm not saying something that, well, put it like this. More than likely, if you got something that's like 2-3 gigs as far as your graphics card, just like a 2-3 gigabyte card or more, then more than likely you can go ahead and mine with Nicehash just fine. I got 4 gig graphic cards is what I got in my rig, and that's what I use. But I mean, the way the Nicehash program works, it's going to make sure that even if you got a 2 or a 3 gig graphics card, that it's going to mine the most profitable coins for you to make sure that you get the most profit. So whatever coin that is, whether it would be Monero, or like in my case, what I see it mining a lot is Excavator and stuff like that, which I don't even know what coin that is, but anyways, I see it mining Monero and Excavator on mine all the time. But it'll switch to whatever coin is going to be the most profitable for you, is what it's going to do. So yeah, mining is definitely still very profitable if you use the right type of programs. And right now with my cards, I'm averaging, I'd say probably about $3.60 up to $4 a day, as far as sometimes even a little bit more than $4 a day, as far as how fast they mine or whatever, as far as what I would make in a day. Now, do keep in mind, of course, that I use my computer for other stuff too, as far as making traffic programs with, and of course watching YouTube videos and surfing the web and things like that, like a regular home computer would be used for. So I don't get to get the benefit of actually mining 24 hours a day with mine. But that's why later down the line I will also be working on making a dedicated mining rig as well too, to make sure that that's going to take care of that problem though. So yeah, I just wanted to really mostly point that out. As far as Bitcoin price right now, I think it did actually hit up to around 7,500. So definitely that is great news. And I've heard people, still talk about, it could, the whole Bitcoin thing in general could still be a bubble and everything. But you know what? This is what you got to look at too, as far as that goes. Back when the internet first came out, people was calling that a fad. People was calling, when the internet actually very first came out, internet being available to people, they was calling that a fad and didn't think that was going to amount to anything. But look at the internet now. I mean, everybody pretty much in the world that has a computer has internet pretty much. I mean, if you don't, you're definitely living in the Stone Age if you don't have internet by now on your computer. So yeah, in fact, it's like a necessity nowadays. And so yeah, Bitcoin is here to stay. I mean, sorry to have to tell you guys that still might have some doubts, but it's here to stay, and it's not going nowhere. And it's already proven itself big time throughout the years that it's been around. And another thing you got to think about is like this too. It's already, of course, Bitcoin is worth way more than gold is. But think about this: gold has actually been around for thousands of years, and Bitcoin, has only been around for like what is it, 8 years or something? Like 7 or 8 years or something like that. So, I mean, that really says something right there. The value of Bitcoin is worth way more than gold is right now, but yet gold has been around for thousands of years. So that tells you a lot right there. And on top of that, think about this too, guys, that really it's still in its early stages. Bitcoin is. There's still a lot of people out there that don't even know what Bitcoin is. So if you already know what the Bitcoin is and crypto coins and how to start investing into them, you're already way ahead of the game. So that's the thing, is take advantage of it. Be smart right now while you can, and go ahead and take advantage of that, and be one of the first people to still profit from this while you still can, because obviously it's going to keep raising up in price, and they're talking about even $10,000, maybe even with some people saying maybe even $10,000 before even 6 months or 12 months. So I mean, and I'm talking about the big time investors, or even some of the big time investors are even talking about that. So that tells you something right there. So. And I can, like I've said before in my previous videos, I can remember when it was $600 when I first started out with Bitcoin. And that was in October of 2016, in other words, last year, is when I got first started with Bitcoin. And look at it now. It hit 7,500 just recently. So, yeah, it's you're never going to find any type of bank in this world at all that's going to ever give you any type of returns like that. There is no way at all you're going to find any type of returns like you would get with investing in the Bitcoin, and even really a lot of cryptocurrencies for that matter. There's even a lot of cryptocurrencies that has went up 500 to 1,000% in this year, this past year as well too. So it's crazy. Look at Ethereum and look at Litecoin. I can remember when Litecoin was $4 when I was first messing around with crypto coins. I remember when it was $4, and now it's like $55 to $60 around that price range. Well, I haven't looked at it in the past few days, but it's somewhere around there anyways. And look at Ethereum; it's around $300. And I remember when Ethereum was $12. I remember when it was $12 for one Ethereum. And that's the thing, is if I knew then, of course, what I know now about cryptocurrencies and stuff when I first got into it, I would have been investing my butt off. I would have got every single penny I could find. Go out and collect cans or whatever I had to do, to be investing into it, because by this time, if I would have been able to, invest into it like I wanted to, or like I would want to right now, then I'd be sitting pretty. I'd be probably having $100,000 or more in my bank account right now, easily, with no doubt whatsoever. So, yeah, I mean, it's a learning process as I go along. I'm learning about it too, just like a lot of you guys are still too, but I'm just saying, be smart, guys. Do your homework now and your research now while you can, and as fast as you can, and start investing into, what you feel is going to be some good coins to invest into.
US 68, US Route 68 North.
All right. But in fact, let me turn this off because I know where I'm at now. But let me go ahead and hang on, guys. But yeah, like I'm saying, just start investing now while you can into the different currencies, and investing. Okay, I had to make that turn there. Like I said, do your research, do your homework as much as possible. Obviously I'm not an expert like I'm trying to tell you guys, but the thing is I do know enough to where I really believe that I could really be sitting up real nice right now if I was able to invest into it and knew what I knew back around in October, of course, of last year. But it's a lesson learned for me that I didn't research and get into it quick enough, and you guys can learn from my lesson. And what I'm saying is as far as that lesson would be, is to do your research now as quick as you can on that though, and do as much homework as you can. I watch videos every single day, whether it's Thomas G, whether it's Trayvon James, Craig Grant, sometimes Yellow Fever for You. Those are some of the guys I watch. I watch a guy named Box Mining that I learned stuff from. Who else is it? Crypto Nick. That's another thing. That dude's 17 years old. Crypto Nick, dude. That kid is 17 years old, and he's got probably he might even have like $200,000-300,000 right now. But I mean, whatever it is, he's got a ton of money to where he don't even have to work a day in his life. Right now, at 17 years old, I don't even know if he's finished high school yet or not, but he don't have to work one day in his life. He's already at the point where he's making hundreds of dollars per day with crypto coins, whether it's Bitcoin, the crypto coins itself, BitConnect, or whatever he's into. But the thing is, he's making hundreds of dollars per day. He's making it happen. That dude is making more money in just a month or so than what a lot of people make in a whole year, for that matter, at their jobs. So it's crazy. So it's just another perfect example is that anybody can do this too. And that's another beautiful thing about this, is that it does level the playing field. You don't have to be a high roller. You don't have to be a big time money baller type person to invest into this. You can start out with a small amount and work your way up. Obviously, I mean, the more money you got to invest into it, then the quicker you can get to the point where you're sitting pretty. But either way it goes, you can still be an average Joe, and you can start with some small money, invest into it as you go along, and work your way up to the point where you're going to end up being pretty well off. In other words, whether you end up being rich or not, but you'll be pretty well off by the time it's all said and done. So yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to go off, I guess, on a rant pretty much. But yeah, whether you're mining it as far as your own hardware, or you're doing the cloud mining with Genesis mining, or whatever the case may be, yeah, you can still make a lot of money with it. In fact, Genesis mining, from what I'm hearing, they're getting ready to bring back their mining contracts again too, as far as the SHA-256. So be on the lookout for that, guys, and I definitely will. In fact, I'm hoping that they're going to have it around by the time I get my next paycheck, because I'm looking to spend at least half my paycheck, if not even more, on doing some upgrades on that. So yeah, it's going to be on, because I'm looking to where I'm going to be, still working on making this thing work too as much as I can, because I'm going to be at the point too where eventually I'm going to be like those guys, Trayvon James and Crypto Nick and all them, to where I'm going to have to where I can just do whatever I want to do. I don't have to worry about going to work every single day and working my butt off every single day like I do, because I work about 9 or 10 hours a day, and I don't even really get no lunch because of how swamped we are all the time, and sometimes can't even hardly use the restroom either, because don't even hardly have time. That's how busy we are. But it is what it is. Right now I'm doing what I got to do to make things work and make things happen to where my future is going to be great later on down the line with my family and my son and my girlfriend and her son and all that. So we'll eventually be at the point where we'll all be sitting pretty though, and you guys can watch my videos too, of course, as I go along, and watch my journey as well, how this goes. So of course, as always, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. If you guys ever have any questions at all, let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. And also feel free to follow me on Steemit as well. I've got a Steemit blog going on, and hit the upvote button on Steemit as well. I had a hater the other day, but haters are going to hate, so they hit the down button or whatever. But go ahead and show me some support on that too, guys. And of course, I'll also have the links in the description area as well for the programs that I use. So thanks for watching, guys, and you have a great day.